Ladies and gentlemen, I have good news. We are halfway through January, which means we are even closer to summer. Hold on to those warm thoughts, 'cause it is bitterly cold. On the East Coast, I don't know what the deal is where you are. I'm, of course, Jeff Ross, and this is the American Soccer Show. Dead ass! I don't know sometimes. The big news in the last week, Mike Petke got fired. I don't understand how or why. He's the most successful coach the New York Red Bulls have ever had, save for Bruce Arena, who didn't really win that much for the Red Bulls, but they fired him very quickly, and then I think things worked out a little bit better for him in Los Angeles. But Mike was great. He actually got them silverware, which they never had in their entire history of a franchise, and they got rid of him. I'm assuming he said something he wasn't supposed to say. Or whatever, all coaches are terrible. They're all terrible people. And he didn't even seem like a terrible person, which is rare amongst coaches. And they got rid of him. I don't know. They got Jesse Marsh instead, and no insult to Jesse Marsh, who I actually like and is a good coach. It does not seem to be a like-for-like replacement. It's almost as if this team is trying to tank, trying to cut costs. Maybe they're trying to sell the team. The new men's national team roster finally hit the proverbial wire, and it has a bunch of names on it, including names like, hold on, I had to write all these down, Alex Bono, Dennis Flores, and Julio Morales, none of whom I know. I don't know who those people are. But that's a good thing. You know, you want to have new faces in January camp. You want new things to happen. I do need to know new names and new faces. I have to adjust. Times change, you got to change along with them. But a sidebar, if I was a Minnesota United FC fan, and I'm trying really hard to be a Minnesota United FC fan, I'd be glad that Miguel Ibarra has once again been called in. But what does Christian Ramirez have to do to get a look? What's going on, Klinsmann? What more do you want? He scores all the goals. How many goals do you need? He's got them. Christian Ramirez, I'm on board with your whole situation. As you know, I'm on the Giassi Zardes bandwagon. Glad to see him finally called into a U.S. national team camp. And the summer of Shea is right on schedule. Breck Shea did get called in, as yours truly predicted. But the big news out of the national team is midfielder Mix Diskerud is all of a sudden an NYCFC player. Not bad. Now, there's a lot that can be said about this move, how it may make up for the Lampard madness, how it is in great contrast to the New York Red Bulls apparently imploding at the same time. But we don't have time for that. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about something far more important. Mix, we're both Americans. We both love soccer. We both live in New York. Come on to the American Soccer Show. Now, dear viewers, I'll need your assistance with this. You won't believe at this point current events. So I need you to go on Twitter and say something to this effect. Hey, at Mix Diskerud, you should go on to the American Soccer Show hosted by at Jeff is Famous. And then include a link of this video so he knows what you're talking about. That's a key component. Don't forget that last part. You don't have to include all of this talking that I did about it. Just you get it. That's all for this week, but tune in next week when I'll ramble on about future travel plans and potentially eat more of Michael's cupcakes. Can you see these cupcakes? I don't know if it's clear that those are cupcakes, but those are cupcakes, and I've already had 3. As usual, subscribe to the channel somewhere up here, and follow 2 Twitter accounts at Straight Red Pod, the new podcast that I'm doing with Alex Kibler, a stranger, and yours truly, at Jeff is Famous, the only Twitter handle that's powered by pizza. That's God's gasoline.